Well, hello. We're going to break down a lot of stuff today. I want to talk about the upcoming shifts, what to expect, how to navigate them. We're going to do an energy pull, more specifically for star seeds. So I know that this isn't my regular time that I come live, but it's my first day back to work after the wedding. So I wanted to say hi to everyone, see how everyone's doing, talk about the ascension symptoms and how we're going to move through them. So I'm going to wait for a couple of people to show up. Let me know when you arrive, who you are, where on this beautiful planet are you from? And then we're going to dive into breaking apart how we're going to do this, how we're going to navigate November's energy. So I do have the energy forecast for November coming up on YouTube tomorrow. So that'll be launched tomorrow for you. So you'll get a little snapshot of what to expect, but it's really big. We've been talking about this all year long, that November, December are the great resets, the big transitions in our energy. Finally, hello, Tanya. Um, so we've got so many changes coming for us, and we've been building and building and building, and we're going to be seeing, hi, Barbara. We're going to be seeing a lot of changes first within as well as within our immediate circles. And we're already seeing that, a lot of us. And then we're going to be seeing a transition into the internal fire. So, how we're really going to be moving through what's coming up for us. And really from Kentucky, hello. What to do with this. Like, it's just wild right now. And it has been for so long. But fuck, it's going to get bigger and bigger. So hold on, right? Super weird, you just popped up because I had this heavy feeling up here in my chest and I was wondering why it was there. And then your post appeared saying that you're alive. Hello. I know. It feels like forever since I've been here. I mean, it's been 2.5 weeks. Hello, Omar. And yeah, it was a whirlwind. The wedding was absolutely stunning and beautiful. I put a little snapshot up on TikTok. Um, Absolutely stunning. But then, of course, the week after was all about transition. So there was a lot of big shifts in my life. Some absolutely amazing, and some not so great. So, but nothing to do with my love. It's all good. But yeah. So thank you for the congratulations, Joy. Um, so what are you guys going through right now? Like, there is a lot of diversity in the ascension symptoms, and I feel like star seeds and clusters are feeling this experience very differently. So I've had this like pneumonia thing been hanging on for like, I think I'm on 5 weeks now, which is super fun. I'm not sleeping. My body is like, I don't know, all excited sometimes, like really, really, really high and full of passion and fire. And then in other moments, I'm like, if I could just go to bed, that would be great. So, what are you guys going through? Let's see it in the comments here. I want to sort of categorize how to best deliver the channeled messages today for us, and really support us in navigating this. I have an incredible, incredible retreat happening tonight. So it's 5 weeks. It's called Multidimensional Connections, where I'm so stoked to see you all again. The last one was amazing. My life changed fully from it, which is so cool. I feel like I'm just a different version of me, a stronger version. And then the downloads that I've been getting for this upcoming one are really like jaw dropping. So I'm going to deliver it as kindly as possible. But there is some stuff we're going to be talking about tonight. So it starts tonight at 6:30 p.m. You can go on diamondno.com to get details if you haven't signed up already. I think there's about 50 of us so far. Starseeds from all over the world, which is amazing. So cool. I love you guys so much. It feels like family. Okay, so overwhelming. Let's have a look here. Yay, I'm excited you're going to be there, Tammy. So last night was a lot of mixed dreams. Chest was so sweaty. Oh, I could not stop sweating last night. Going through making personal changes. I am definitely making some personal changes. Crazy fatigue. We've got that. We've got overwhelming, but the outcome is worth it. That's good. Been sick for months, which is weird because I never get sick, right? Same. Um, Jupiter hearts. I'm going through the same thing. Experiencing not sleeping well, back pain, shoulder pain. We've got sleep is tricky, extra tired, big transformation on a soul level. Yep, absolutely. Finally, time to move forward. Are you guys feeling this like, oh my God, we're going to hit the ground running? Like, here we go. Like, whoa, this is about to happen. Left foot pain that was lingering around once I made my decision. Yeah, I had to say goodbye to a few things over the last week, which not easy to move through. So I want you to give yourself grace as you're moving through these things. Let your human experience the human emotions and process. I did a shit ton of journaling, like pages and pages of journaling, quite a bit of crying. And then all of a sudden on Friday, so I woke up Friday and I was like, oh my God, I'm like, here we go. Like, I am fire hitting the ground running. I am ready to create so much incredible change. And then what was amazing is I hadn't looked at like the book sales or the reviews. So I got this like amazing shift on Friday morning. I'm sitting outside and I'm really going to be teaching how to create these deep, deep shifts in the retreat tonight. Um, but Friday, sitting there working on my techniques, working on getting clear, did a lot of journaling. And all of a sudden it was like a switch. And I was just like, here we go. I'm ready. Let's go. And then I went and looked at later on that day, I went and looked at like the reviews that have been coming in with the book. You guys are the best. Thank you. I'm just some dorky chick over here that has figured out how to really truly arrive in divine purpose and your highest timeline. I'm just a dork. And it is so incredible to have so much love and support with those reviews. Like I cry with every single one of them. I'm like, oh my God. Like it's so amazing to know that you guys are making the transitions that I've been able to make and that I've helped my students with. So I'm really proud of you all for doing that. And I'm really, really grateful for all of the reviews. Thank you so much. It's been amazing. Um, and then I'm working right now on the second book. So that'll be coming next year, which is really cool. Okay. So let's go back to here. We've got I feel flat, no emotion. You know, Joy, this is an actual thing. Could be pregnancy hormones. It might be. But it is actually a phase when we move through dimensional consciousness. So humanity in itself goes from third dimensional consciousness. It's a state of being. It's a mental, emotional, spiritual state where these two things combine. And as we elevate towards fifth dimensional consciousness and we really begin to anchor into that and into sixth dimensional consciousness, we go through this little wave of apathy. We go through this like, what's the point? I feel flat. I feel numb. I don't care. What is the point? And it's just a small little phase that we go through where we sort of have to recalibrate like, okay, what do I desire to do with my human experience as much as my spiritual experience? So it is very normal to go through that, just a heads up. Love my book. Thank you. Oh, just makes my heart so happy. Thank you guys. Okay. So let's talk about a little bit what's coming. And then we're going to go into it's going to be short and sweet today, she says, the girl who could never talk for less than an hour. But um, we do have some big changes coming up here. So I'm going to go live on the 31st, Thursday at 2 p.m. with a big announcement. We have an incredible new platform for us to come together unfiltered. And there is a lot of free courses for you on this platform. So I'm really, really excited to come together in an unfiltered spot where we can really bring our experiences, our wisdom, our downloads. I'm going to be really active participating in that group as well as, or on this platform, as well as some of my team mentors. We're going to be in there. We're going to be doing it together. So I'm really stoked. So please make it 2 p.m. Eastern time on the 31st. We're going to be advertising all of that. We're going to talk about all of it. It's going to be so good. Oh, so good. Finally. So let's talk about what's going on collectively, right? So there are a lot of shit coming out in the US, is there not? Like, yesterday I decided I was going to spend 20 minutes watching a bunch of stuff on it. And I was like, why did I do that? Like, why? Um, it's heavy. And then we've got the election coming up as well, which is heavy. There is, just so you know, there is behind the scenes a divine plan that's being beautifully orchestrated for us, with us, through us. And that's really why I'm so excited about the retreat tonight in the next 5 weeks, to talk about our role individually with that and how to really support the highest possible outcome for all involved. But I know it's really heavy and it's really chaotic right now. We're going to be feeling November is going to divide humanity into three sort of categories. Um, all of you hanging out with me, like I feel you guys, I see you guys, you're in my meditations. I often send love and healing to you. Whether you want it or not, it comes at you. But I know that us as a collective, we are going to be really moving through understanding how to create an amazing, amazing transformation, and help shut down the fear that's going on. It's really important. I know so many people are losing themselves, right? It's really important, um, where we pour our passion, where we pour our attention, and how we process it, and how we hold on to it or move through it. It's an energetic thing. We are energetic. We are multidimensional energetic beings, and we all have energy that radiates into our electromagnetic field. The higher the vibration, the bigger your electromagnetic field. The lower the vibration, fear, doubt, shame, confusion, anxiety, those things, it makes the vibration a little bit smaller and closer to the body, right? So, to create this big, beautiful transition that we're going through and to use the energy, we've got to figure out how we're going to do that for self first. It is your energy first before anything else, and then it will fuel everything. And we have to be really selective about where we're putting our focus, what we're absorbing. I know we sort of have a tagline with this group all the time about observe, don't absorb. Easier said than done when we've got all of this tragic, disgusting information coming forward with the P. Diddy stuff, and who's all involved and all of that stuff. Uh, Really heavy, really heavy. And then we've got the election coming up, which is just sheer freaking chaos, man. Like, good God, I would not want to be living in the US, and I'm sending my love to anybody there right now. 'Cause, woof, we just need to buy property up here in Canada, and we can all just congregate up here. Like, my goodness. Um, so yeah, it's super important. And it's not about, being ignorant is bliss. It's about learning to hear that internal compass. So we have two operating mechanisms in the body. We've got our isness, our consciousness, soul, if you want to call it that, or universal flow in your body. Then we have our ego self, our human operating mechanism. And it's really important to love and honor both of those and merge them so they communicate together and not shunning one or the other. Um, yes, when the people you care about get sucked up into the chaos is probably one of the most challenging things, Omar. You're absolutely right. I feel very, very blessed that my immediate circle, that I'm surrounded with, which is a big crew of people, we're all on the same page right now, which is so, so amazing. And that's part of why I want this free community for us, so that you can find that spot to come and be recharged or support others in recharging. It's time that we really come together in unity and support, um, and, learn to not partake or add to or fuel the conversations that are happening within our 3D, 4D family members and friends. So, some boundaries, right? Let's talk a little bit about boundaries. How we're going to navigate this when I am in a situation, because I do like my, I have some 3D family. We'll put it at that. And when I'm around that space, um, I do a lot of internal conversation. So as it's happening, I'm just witness to them. And I just witness them for where they're at and try to find the vibration of passion. We talked about this in the last retreat I did. We're going to be talking about it more again tonight. But it's like, um, there is a fraction of you within everything. So, not all of you. And this is going to be really important as we move through these things. I used to, when I was in 4D, spend a lot of time trying to convince the people that I loved what the truth was, or what spirituality was, or what galactic energy was, or this like forcing of see me, be witness to me, accept me, this is who I am. And I learned the hard way that that's not what we do. And it can be really frustrating when we care so much about the people in our lives, and that we ache for them, we ache for their freedom, right? But that's a journey that they're choosing to walk or not choosing to walk. And if we're forcing ourselves or our opinions or our knowledge or the things we think we understand, we're just going to be pushing them further away. It's that's not the goal. The goal is to be witness to and to find a fraction within you that is a fraction within them. And when you focus on that fraction, then you're able to energetically shift what's happening in front of you. So when I go into family dynamics that are 3D, I look at the playfulness. I have a really playful 3D family. Um, Super playful, giant sweethearts, but ooh, the conversations, man. So instead, I just observe and I look at the way they giggle. I look at how they love each other. I look at how every bit of anxiousness that comes out is actually just their love for safety for the others involved. Um, and I try to just really allow myself to only be witness to that energy. And when I do that, what I see happen is I focus on it, like I go through each individual that's in the crew, right? I'm like, okay, this is the overall vibration. And then I put that into my heart and I just breathe and I almost don't listen to the words. I just watch the body language and I just let it expand and expand that love, that kindness, that fraction, that relatability, that commonness that we have. And I just be witness to it like a toddler running around being really silly almost. And then what happens is it starts to shift the energy in the space and you'll see little things happen like, "Oh, well, I guess maybe we shouldn't be talking about this. It does seem pretty negative." Or, "Hey, what about blah, 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 blah?" And the conversation just naturally shifts. So this is something that I really want you to master. I'm gonna teach this tonight. I really desire for you to master this gift, this skill set, because you can change the outcome in every situation. And it's not with the intention of changing the outcome. It really is about how can I find acceptance of that fraction that's within me, that's within them. And as you come into acceptance and you keep your focus there, you're going to see a beautiful transition in the situation, whether it's a conversation, whatever it be. Um, Walmart's a great place to practice this. It's a little more challenging there, but we got lots of areas we can practice, like just go walk down the street or something, right? So it's something to really just sort of keep our focus on right now as we navigate the trials and tribulations that are coming down for us. November is going to be an escalating energy of a lot of transition if you are willing. You don't have to be capable, but if you are willing, you're going to see a lot of transformation in your life. Now, the ick with that, you got to trust it. You got to trust what doors are closing. You have to trust your heart. You have to trust your intention. You have to trust that it's okay with what doors close because we're going to see a lot of doors close for us. Um, and as that happens, it's like we're able to put more energy into the things that do serve us. So I don't want you to go around slamming doors at all. Nothing needs to be forced, nothing needs to be rushed. You can just hold the energy like we've been talking about in what is that beautiful fraction. Um, and then those that are not capable and that are not willing are going to shift themselves out, sometimes with fire, sometimes very quietly. So I don't want you to go forcing anything. I want you to learn to use your energy to do this, to let your highest path be the constant thing that's unfolding for you and arriving through you instead of making these like burning bridges and all that stuff. So we're not going to be crazy about it. We're just going to chill out and let it happen and take the time when we need to settle, to move through that emotion, to have that confidant that you can lean into. I leaned in hardcore to my wild. So Amanda, Dara, Bex, Ricky, and my husband leaned hardcore into them about, okay, this is what I'm moving through. I'm a social thinker, so I needed to talk it out. And I was so blessed to have them here for the wedding, which was amazing. And I had the space. They held space for me and helped me move through all of this. Um, so what works for you? Are you a social thinker? Is it your journal? Is it meditative? Is it like we don't want to go into avoidance of what we're feeling? It's an opportunity to, I hate to use the word liberate, but liberate yourself from the emotions that don't belong to you or the heaviness that doesn't belong to you and to really move back into trusting the path that you're walking. It's uncomfortable for sure. And then you layer that with the ascension symptoms and we're like, bah, right? We've got a new moon coming, I think on Friday. Yeah, the first. This one's a bit of a doozy. I already recorded the energy forecast for it. Um, it's easy. It's ick. But we're gonna be good. We're gonna do this. And it's really now about owning your light so bright because like attracts like. So whatever our vibration is what we are bringing into our world right now. And as we continue to hold our light and we continue to be in our vulnerability and we continue to be in that, like, this is where I'm going, this is my focus, this is my choice, you're going to start to attract in more and more of your wild. So, wild being we're in loving devotion. You can thank Amanda, one of our mentors, for that. She's like, "Oh, it's so wild. It's so wild." And we're like, "Yep, that's what it is." Um, so really learning to trust yourself as much as you can moving through this and trust the outcome is going to be essential. So you're going to get opportunities to do that. Fun, right? That's how we learn as humans. It's super, super fantastic. But opportunities. So we're going to look at it like that. All right, I'm just going to quickly look at the comments and we're going to go into a quick little energy read. But if there's anything that I can freely talk about here in this group, throw some questions out there. If I can't answer it, I'll find a way to, in the new community, we will for sure. But absolutely throw your questions in the comments and or anything that you're going through that you want a little bit of support in. I have about 25 minutes, so we can play together. While I'm waiting for that, let's do a little bit of an energy pull and help us. It's funny, I'm picking up on some of your emotions right now. Like I woke up this morning, fire. Haven't slept. I was like, whatever. And I'm fire. Like I'm like, this is what we're doing. This is where, and I've been so productive this morning. And my heart is so overwhelming with so much gratitude and love right now. But right now, I'm just getting like these wafts of like someone needs a really good cry. Maybe it's me, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling this like purge that's aching to happen right now. So let's sort of tap into that and see what we can figure out. But I'm going to go into the cards and let's see sort of what happens. So let's do a quick little, it's going to be mostly for star seeds, but it's for take what resonates, throw away the rest, whether you're a star seed or not. But I definitely am leaning a lot more lately into the star seed energy. Um, really openly talking about it because so many of us are moving into that awareness right now. All right, in the comments, let's hear 1, 2, or 3. And what do you got? Start pulling these before I finish talking, but like whoosh, whoosh. Saw a dark starscape, amazing. Okay, good. Yeah, are you guys seeing like galactic stuff in the sky too? I felt a lot of dragon energy this morning. I haven't felt that in a while, and I was like, "Ooh, what is happening?" Almost like I could feel it breathing in my backyard this morning. I was like, "Whew, this is wild." All right, so we've got 1, 2, or 3. It could be also a little bit of a progression for you as well. I'm just gonna take a second and tap in. Wow, the group tonight, you guys, this is gonna be insane. Like my heart is like pounding right now so fast. And I can feel when I get big downloads, I get this energy that moves through me. So it's like my heart starts to like almost ache in a good way. And then it radiates up my throat and my bottom teeth start to vibrate. And I've been getting that on and off. I'm getting it really strong right now. So I know we're in for something. I have an hour before, or 2 hours before the retreat tonight where I'm going to go meditate and make sure that I've got everything in alignment for today. But it's big. Like whatever's going to happen tonight is going to be huge. So those of you showing up, make sure you bring your water and that you drink your water. My inner dragon has been connecting with the lizards around my house. That's amazing. I love that. Every time I go like south, all the little lizards are like, hi. All right. Okay, let's go into number ones. I did the energy forecast for this week, and these two exact same cards in the exact same order came out for the new moon. So Samaya, Samaya though, right? Woof, this is intense. Okay, so number ones, just translating it for you. It's like two sides to the same coin, but the polarity is really intense, is what I'm feeling. It's like, this is so great. This is amazing. And then this energy of like, well, what's next? So let me know if this is resonating for number ones. Um, it's like, okay, I've got this and it's going to be amazing. And then, but how? But when? And this urgency almost that you're feeling or experiencing, or that's going to start moving through you. So, what we want to do is we want to learn how to balance ourselves out. We are not truly meant to be always high, and we are not truly meant to be always low. It is about that neutrality. It is about the in between space between those worlds. So, I don't want you falsely holding on to the highs that you're experiencing, because it's going to keep you out of knowing your next path, your next stepping stone. So enjoy your highs while you have them, but understand that we're not meant to reside always here, and we're not meant to reside always here. One of the mantras that I use for myself quite a bit is, so there's 12 principles. One of the 12 principles is the principle of perpetual transmutation of energy, meaning that nothing stays the same, that it is an never ending stream of discovery. And so as we're moving through this, one of the mantras that I sort of use for myself is, you know, it's temporary. So in those, knowing that everything is temporary, that supports me moving through some of the challenging timelines, because this is just temporary. Everything's temporary. Nothing stays the same. And then when I'm in the high timelines, I almost imprint it. So one of the little tricks that I use to support myself in staying in my master skill set of being a manifester is, reflecting back on the high vibration and knowing how to swing myself back to those things. So we can get low, we can get overwhelmed. Um, yeah, like not being fully satisfied, but not in a negative way, but just this like void almost. And so what I do for me is when I'm experiencing really, really beautiful things, like the week of the wedding, it was unbelievably beautiful. Like I've never felt so loved and supported in my life. And having the team here was so incredible for me. So I took a couple of minutes and I put on headphones on and off throughout the week. I put on headphones and I pick a song to like bring me back to that space, because that's how my memory works, right? Music triggers off, and so does smell. And so I would put it on and I would just take a minute to just step back and look and watch, and then feel, what am I feeling, like this happiness, this gratitude, this wow moment. I still do that every morning with my coffee. I sit outside even though it's freaking freezing here and I'm wrapped up like a toga and a towel and a toque and all the things, or not a towel but a blanket. I go outside and I take it in. I look at my reflection in nature. I look at the trees and I go, wow, like you're so strong and focused. And I'm like, oh, that's a reflection of me. I look at, the funny squirrels and I'm like, you guys are such dorks. And I'm like, oh, that's a reflection of me. It's like, how do we imprint within ourselves the truth of what we are, the beautiful things of what we are, so that as we navigate those lower timelines, I will go listen to that song again and bring myself back into everything's okay. And the ego, it's okay for the ego to get a little bit anxious, a little bit fearful, a little tail spinny. And I feel like that's sort of what number ones are going to be moving through, is this flux between um, open, heart centered realities and that little bit of anxiousness. Like, is the rug going to get pulled out from under me? Or is it too good to be true? Or it's going to get hurt again? Or but what if I run out of money? Or I remember when I was mastering my relationship with prosperity, I would have a bunch of money come in and I'd be like, but is it enough? Like, is it going to get, is I'm going to have to, like, what happens if this happens? And I'd go into a little bit of anxiousness. So it's bringing ourselves back to, how are you going to remind yourself to come back to the true feeling of contentment, of safety? This is a really incredible opportunity for those of you in number one group to look at, how am I willing to heal my fears of it being taken away from me? So the rug being pulled out, or it's too good to be true, or um, like just like that, when's it going to get taken, or when's the other shoe going to drop, sort of thing. I don't even know why that's a saying, but whatever. So we really want to look at, are we working through the healing of the fear of things being taken from us or not sustaining the beauty in life? So that's a big focus for you, number one. Also, triggering back into an imprinting within yourself, the realization that it's not as hard as we think it is. We're going to go through challenges. I have been through things that I didn't think I would ever make through, like very heavy things we move through in our experiences, but they're temporary. They're temporary. So really triggering off and working on, as you move through into the first week of November, setting yourself up for success to be able to endure that questioning or that pain that we have. So that's what I'm feeling for number ones mostly. Also, I'm hearing like fluctuation in the physical as well. So there could be a fluctuation in weight. There could be a fluctuation in congestion, like I'm dealing with, in your vitality, a little bit of fluctuation, but you are going to experience a little bit of fluctuation. This is your body supporting you in really owning this is temporary, right? I had that lesson hardcore this summer because I sprained my ankle, my wrist, and then I ended up with pneumonia. And there's something else that happened, but I can't remember what. And I was like, honestly, like, what is happening? And it was my opportunity to realize that one, let me tell you, I am not taking my healed wrist for granted. That was annoying to go through. And now that it's healed and I can go back into my workouts and all those things, I'm like, oh, I'm never taking this for granted again. So it's like, in part that, like, can we really, really acknowledge the beautiful, amazing things that we do have? It sounds so fluffy, but it's a game changer, guys. So this is going to be your opportunity moving into the first week of November to really master that skill set. Um, There's that. Okay. A lot of 3D stuff coming through. Like, they're gonna be a tailspin, man. Tailspin, but it's okay. Thank you. Okay. I felt like I've been guided to be quiet and in a loving, quiet space. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. So, yeah, we're feeling a lot of that. Okay. Let's go into number twos. So interesting. So, two very different directions for number twos right now. Um, Again, I think polarity is kind of our theme for all of us. But number two is what I'm hearing is first, a reminder we can't be in the upper chakra system all the time. Okay. We have to be balanced as above, so below. I see a default in those aching for their awakening or trying their awakening or trying to manifest or all these things that you get so focused on your spiritual stuff. You get focused on, um, do you need this? Is a coworker looking for something? No, we're good. Okay. Um, we can get so focused on the like you get that great download, right? Or that amazing meditation and you're just like, okay, how do I do more? Or you have like a really crazy psychic phenomenon and you're like, okay, how do I do that again? Like it gets a little bit addicting, this journey, where you're like, it just feels so good. Or you have that meditation where it's just absolute euphoric bliss and you're like, oh, I'm never gonna do, I'm just done. I just take me home. This is amazing. Um, so there's this big reminder of, can we keep our balance? It is very important for number twos as you're navigating this big transition that we're moving into with November, that you are as above, so below, that you are moving all of that energy through you equally, that you are equally enjoying your human experience as much as you are your spiritual experience. We can lose sight of the human experience because let's face it, until we figure it out, until you have the keys to the universe, being human sucks ass. Like it is heavy, it is annoying. These meat suits are stupid. Humans can be like frustrating. Like it is not easy being human until you truly grasp the keys to the universe. And when you get that, you're like, oh, I love being human. I think it's the coolest shit. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna do it again. Like this is a really good trip. Um, Only over the last couple of years, but here we are. So really keeping that balance between two things is going to be your focus. So I really want you to focus on your four bodies over the next week. Okay. So you've got your emotional, mental, physical, spiritual body. Your emotional body, your inner child. Okay. So we're just going to hang out with any past version of yourself, whether that's last week, 5 years ago, 2 year old you, whatever feels right. A little hint to that, whatever memories are surfacing within you, those are the versions of you that want to be loved and honored right now. You're going to change the foundation of the vibration within that emotional body this week. If you don't know how and you don't have it, go get that on Amazon. It'll take you there. Okay. So we're going to focus on the emotional body. We're going to get that going. The physical body also requires admiration and love and honor and respect. So take a couple minutes out and talk to it. Talk to it, love it, honor it. Um, That's part in why I have tattoos where I can actually see them because it reminds me to, like, connect into it. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, remember that?" Like, and every tattoo is a significant transition point in my life. So, I can honor those moments and be like, "Oh, yeah, that's what that meant." We can take a long walk and just feel your body breathing and moving. Some stretching will do your body amazing. Go lay in bed and just stretch. Honor your physical body. Then we're going to look at the spiritual body. That's just going to explode on its own. It is absolutely there. It's just going to continue to open up. And the more you focus on the enjoyment of being human, the more spiritual energy you're going to have move through you. So there's that piece. Then the other piece is inspired action. So number two is my loves. You are going to be inundated with inspired action. I can feel it. I feel like I might be in this number two group as well, um, where inspired action is one of the 12 principles. It is that you have a GPS system, you have a map within you that wants to speak through the human self. So you've got to set yourself up to allow this to happen. So it's little times out, it's little moments of being nothing, it's little moments of honoring your four bodies, it's little moments of, you know, getting out of mind and into body. And the inspired action is just going to move through you with ease. Now, that inspired action can be anything from this is what your body requires for food. My body is not eating meat at all right now. For whatever reason, it's like, nope, can't even do it. Like I couldn't even walk. I was in the grocery store yesterday walking by the meat counter and I was like, "Ooh, I just can't. I can't even smell it." And so it's honoring that. That's what my body is asking for right now. Then I want you to listen to those little cues and hints. Inspired action could be towards diet, it could be towards movement, it could be towards divine purpose, it could be towards galactic purpose, it could be towards a trip, a location, a connection, taking a different route home because who knows, right? Like your body, your energies know what it's creating and what's coming down the pipeline for you. So, really, truly finding a way to listen to the inspired action that is moving through you, with you, for you. Pay attention to it. Do not ignore it. Now, if you're anything like me, you're going to get hit with concepts and ideas. I'm getting like flooded with the next retreat. And I thought I was done after this. I thought these last two retreats were going to be my last retreats for quite some time. Nope, a whole other one's coming through. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So when it starts to come through, it's really important to write it down. I'm not great. In the middle of the night, I get a download and I'm like, there's no way I'm going to forget this. And then I wake up in the morning and no idea. So I have like a voice clip that I can use on my phone right beside my bed or pen and paper. Do what works for you, but set yourself up to grasp those moments because sometimes inspired action moves through you so fast that by the time you walk to the next room, it's gone. So it's really important to find a way to hold on to those things and start to write them down. A lot of you are going to be moving into a very similar direction that I am, where you're going to be leaders in this world. You already probably are with your circles if you look at your life. Those of us that understand it and that have done the work are meant to be the way showers right now. I've walked through that energetic jungle. I know the path so well. I know exactly what not to do because I did it all wrong. And I know exactly how to get there. And you're going to be going through the same thing. So, this inspired action is going to come in like little pieces to a puzzle. You may be like, I have no idea what this means, but I assure you it will come together when the time is right. So, you're going to start to collect pieces to a very big picture. And it's really important to be writing those things down right now. The other thing for number twos is I'm hearing playfulness is going to be really important for you over the next week. Are you having fun? Like, are you laughing? Like, it's time if you're not. Are you enjoying your food? Are you enjoying the human senses? Like, what are you doing for your human experience so that way your spiritual body can continue to expand? So, I really want you to make sure you're having fun over the next week, joyful. I feel that I'm seeing like the number six. So, for those of you that have read the book, you know about the Power 369. Six is being here and now and looking at when we are so present, we know what our old energy is and we know what we are creating. You are in a constant state of creating your perception of what was. Okay. Big, big rule right there. Your perception of what was is always going to be your next experience. different outcome, different circumstances, but the exact same energy. So by being present and going into joy and playing, you're going to be able to hear it with more ease, less anxiety, less depression, less low vibes, what wants to be transmuted, transformed, or healed within your bodies. So it is a never ending cycle. It is a never ending infinite loop. The healing is part of the human experience. You will always be doing it, but you will be able to master it. And like, oh, that doesn't work for me. Boop, change. You can speed this up and change so fast. But you have to look at it and you have to experience it. And as you do that, it'll start to transform. So really make sure that you're keeping that balance and self-awareness and you're playing, having fun, joy, and understanding that like it's like just hold the fuck on because you guys are gonna like explode with that inspired action. Um, I'm also seeing like this is one of the cards right here. So when I look at this card, obviously it's download, it's very starseed oriented. And I like that it's showing me this like your foundation, although it's been rocky, it is quite secure and it's quite safe. You can stop stressing about your foundation. You can really just trust this process, breathe through it, and allow that inspired action to come through you. Like, I love this card. I think it's so pretty. It's very starseed oriented. So, you bitches better be in the group tonight. Just saying, those of you that pick number 2. All right, let's go into number 3s. Aw, I think your vibe, transcending Julie, beautiful, beautiful energy. My heart is like, whoa, I can feel you right now. So good. Amazing. Okay. Whew. 11. Let's go into number 3s. There is actually 3 cards too. So let's have a look see. You guys are serious, man. It's like as soon as I flipped it over, it's like, why are you so serious? Like, what is going on? Stop trying so hard. It's number 1. Stop trying so hard. Um, when we are trying to get that next meditation or trying to activate our gifts or putting all of our focus on them, I want you to think that I want you to remember that like how you experience everything is going to be the outcome. And so if you are in a space where you want more, then your focus is going to be, I actually don't have what I want. So you're going to be slowing yourself down by trying to force these things by, endless meditation. Endless meditation is generally a trauma response. Like you do not have to be meditating all day, every day at all. You can do one powerful meditation a week and still arrive. So I really want you to like evaluate yourself right now on, am I forcing this? Am I really trying to make my gifts come through? Am I really forcing my clarity? Am I, because if we're forcing it, it means we're not trusting that it's going to happen on its own. So I just want you to slow down a little bit if you're doing that. Um, Life doesn't have to be so heavy and serious. So again, going back to that little bit of fun that we are talking about with number 2s, what you're going to be moving through, however, number 3s is confidence in your own vibration. Um, Really learning to be confident in creating your experience. You're going to have some lessons. I feel that there's some pain points for some of you. There's one of you in particular that I'm talking to. You know who you are, my love, my little sister. Um, there's some deep pain points that want to come up, that want to be looked at and not ignored and loved and fully, fully, fully moved through. So this is an incredible time to um, dive into, where am I trying? Where am I forcing things? Where am I aching for more? Because if you're aching for more, it's an indicator of what's about to come in if you create the space for it. When it comes to co-creating with universal flow or manifesting, if you are trying, striving, or overly focused on it, you're actually pushing it away because the vibration behind that is, where is it? When is it? AKA, I don't have it. So we really want to dial it back, please, and get into, this is how far I've come. And this is where I'm at, and this is an amazing experience. And I trust. We want to work on trust. What's your definition of receiving? Are you open to receiving? Can you receive compliments? Can you receive affection? Can you receive love? Can you receive prosperity? Can you receive high vitality in your body? If you do all those things, you're going to be receiving more of your spiritual gifts as well. So you just want to move into the vibration of receiving and not trying to attain it. The other thing I'm hearing is, are you are you really okay with being seen, with being heard, with being valued? A lot of us aren't. It's very common, it's normal actually, to have fears of truly being embraced and seen and respected and honored and all those things. So I really want you to dive into those things as well. And then you're going to feel a beautiful transition. So we're going to move out of that deep discovery and allow the unfolding. We're going to spend a little bit of time processing. What do I desire receiving to be for me? What do I desire more of? And then we're going to move into I trust this. I trust that I am creating my reality. I it's one of the most important things, and that's why I'm so passionate about my book, because it's not about an external source giving to you. There is no spirit guide, ascendant master, dragon, angel, galactic team, human that can take you there. You have to take yourself there. And the more you open yourself up, the more you're going to have the connections and the conversations and the things arrive for you. So we're going to stop putting our power outside of ourselves and we're going to put it inside ourselves. Lots of self conversation about being brave. What does my courage look like today, right now? What is going on within my thought patterns? Where am I trying too hard? What do I desire to create more of? And how do I become the energetic match to that? You can only become the energetic match by letting go of the fears of not attaining. So it's going to be really, really important. I feel that number three is you are really rapidly moving through this lesson right now. Um, and ask, like, create it. Pick your signs. Pick the thing that you want to see as confirmation. The ego does so well with confirmation. Confirmation brings confidence. So pick a few signs. You guys know mine are Volkswagen Beetles. Like every time I see them, I'm like, "You, that's right." Oh, um, so pick your sign. Pick the thing that says I'm in alignment, and watch as it showcases itself to you because of you. You are magnetically pulling that in. So it's time to really start playing with that, like really actively playing, not forcing, playing with that so that you can arrive in that confidence. Whew. All right, there's that. Okay. Let me look at comments and then let's just wrap up. I got a couple of minutes for questions. Um, yeah, I've got 5 minutes here. So I'm going to just hang out for a few minutes here and look at the comments. Please make sure that you're here with me on the 31st, or definitely catch the replay. Help a girl out, subscribe to YouTube, please, and thank you, because that's where all the content is coming. And then all of the secret conversations coming on the brand new platform that'll be announced on Thursday. And I want to explode this. I ache in my heart. I know what it feels like to be the weirdo in the group. I know what it feels like to feel completely crazy. I know what it feels like to feel lost and confused and unknowing, like not knowing how to do this. And that's why this community is coming together so that we can come together. So I really want it to just explode with all of the right people. So when we announce it, I want you in it immediately. And I'm going to keep it's 2 p.m. Eastern time on the 31st. Um, and that's where I'm putting a lot of my focus is into that community to create safe space where we get to move through this together. And I will be bringing all my downloads there. You'll get VIP access to a lot of stuff, including the upcoming retreats. So and I mean, like, what a cool thing to like come together and help others not feel what we have felt for so long, right? So invite the star seeds that you know are right for this when we finally announce it. Today, the most amazing moment of my inner goddess, and I moved through so much past pain, been releasing and feeling more at peace. That's amazing, Debbie. I'm so excited. Totally resonated with number two. That's awesome. Amazing. Big love and hugs right back at you. So incredible. All right, my darlings. I am going to go prep for my next call. Um, And don't forget the retreats tonight if you're not already signed up. It's gonna be your jaw's gonna hit the floor for a bit. This tonight, you're gonna be like, "What?" Actually, every single session, I've got a little like, what do we do with this?" And then I'm gonna be channeling few different galactic energies, as well as our higher selves as a collective in this group. And we're gonna be talking about the election. We're gonna be talking about the pole shift. We're gonna be talking about I'm gonna be channeling Gaia for you, which you'll see me cry, but it's gonna be fine. We're going to talk about the technique from the last group and how to take that to the next level, activating your telepathy, activating remote viewing, like all of the incredible, amazing things that are required for us right now to support the massive transition of 2025. So, 2025 will be live on Thursday. I'm going to do a general forecast for that and going to show you where to go for the new community. All right. All of my love. Go kick asses. Be the powerhouses that you are. And I'll see you guys on Thursday. So until then, I'll see most of you tonight. So I'll see you tonight at 6:30 and then the rest of you on Thursday. So until I see you again, go look in the mirror and find a million reasons to say, thank you. I love you. And I'll catch you soon. Bye.